Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Tonight's topic is going to be narcissistic relationship when enough is enough. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please subscribe. So you were in the narcissistic relationship, or maybe you're in one right now, and things aren't or weren't quite adding up. Remember, you were giving the narcissist, let's say in the past, you were giving the narcissist many chances, many opportunities to prove themselves, to change, to make a difference, to contribute, to listen to you, to want to work towards the same goals or the same business dreams. The whole point is you tolerated the narcissistic relationship. You put up with it. You endured it. Now, this could be any capacity. It can be a sibling, a mom, a dad, business relationship. It can be a romantic interest. It could be a neighbor. It doesn't really matter. The point is there comes a point in time when a human being, an individual, will actually say to themselves, wow, I've really given this person so many opportunities to show some interest or to care or to contribute or to listen or to maybe put their cell phone down for a couple minutes and pay attention to me, or to maybe surprise me, or to maybe be in a good mood for a couple days in a row without experiencing a rage fit or without gaslighting me. The list goes on, but there comes a point in time when a healthier individual says enough, like enough is enough. Like, what do I have to do to get this person, for example, in the workplace? What do I have to do with the boss to have them give me a pay raise? They've been promising me this for 3 years and I've received nothing, yet I'm working harder than ever. And I'm losing money. I mean, I'm making money, but over 3 years, I'm not making what I should be making. And the narcissist, who is your boss, they keep on breadcrumbing you or keep on dangling the carrot in front of you saying, yeah, it's going to happen, just not this quarter, but soon enough, once we get the projections, believe me, you're going to get the pay raise. I know you've been working hard. Nonsense like that. So this goes on all over the world. Other examples, the romantic relationship. Remember the days when you kindled the romance with the narcissist and used to get texts frequently with all the cute emojis and all those kind of things, and then they slowly disappeared, and then you were left with one-word answers like okay, or just the letter K when you were trying to correspond with them. Remember those days? Things like that. Other things are the friend who turns out to be a narcissist. They're the person that calls you at all hours of the day or night because they want to vent or they want to steal your energy and they want to steal your time while they complain about everyone else in the world. Of course, nothing's ever their fault, but they need a sounding board. They need someone to sit there and listen and absorb their toxic, narcissistic, negative energy, which was you. This list goes on and on. How about the person, just an acquaintance, someone that you don't even know, but it turns out they're a narcissist, and they have infiltrated your circle of friends or your group of friends, and you like, this is a fringe person. You don't even really know them. And the next thing you go to meet your friends, maybe you're going golfing or you're going, I don't know, you're part of a club or something, and you're getting the silent treatment. You're like, people aren't really talking to you. And you're like, what's going on? The last time I saw everybody last week, everyone was in a great mood. Well, this person who infiltrated your group, they perhaps were envious of you, jealous of you, or they wanted to steal the group from you. So they planted seeds. In other words, they used a smear campaign against you. Things like this. And there comes a point in time when people, and certainly you're one of them if you're on the channel right now watching this, and again, thank you very much for being here, you say to yourself, enough is enough. How much more do I have to give? How much more do I have to contribute to this relationship, the toxic narcissistic relationship, and or any relationship for that matter, before I start receiving? Because most likely, most of your life, or recently, let's say, you've been contributing, you've been helping people out, you've been giving your resources away, maybe not only to the narcissist, but maybe specifically to the narcissist. And this would include your time, your money, your energy, your love, your empathy, your ability to be there for them, let's put it that way. And these people just don't care. The narcissist cares about one person, and it certainly isn't and or wasn't you. It's themselves. And what they care about is what they get in the present, in the here and the now. Anything you had ever done for the narcissist in the past is just that. It's in the past. Example, they won't bring up the trip that you took to Tahiti 3 years ago and say, wow, that was a magical weekend or a magical couple weeks we had, and it was incredible. Remember those? No, they're not going to say that. They're going to downplay it and make it seem like it wasn't even what it was because they were too busy taking selfies of themselves during the trip and they weren't even paying attention to you. Most likely they were gaslighting you or getting other sources of supply when you're on that trip, things like that. But they're incapable of actually being being present in the moment and with you. They can't. So when you are in a narcissistic relationship, and I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but my point is the narcissist doesn't care about anybody but themselves. And they will give you the breadcrumbs of hope, the breadcrumbs of, we're going to do this down the road. We're going to give you that pay raise, the corner office, or yes, we're going to start a family, whatever these things were. But that's future faking. And that's when the narcissist knows exactly that the words they're saying will never come to fruition, because most likely you will quit or leave that job, or you will end the romantic relationship, or you will dissolve the friendship. It's exactly what happens. But when you say to yourself, wow, enough is enough, this takes a lot, because this is when you actually understand, wow, this person isn't going to change. They're toxic. This is a one-way relationship. All my resources are being drained. Or, for example, maybe it's not a narcissist. Maybe it's just a neighbor who always knocks on your door asking to borrow things or just consume your time and complain to you about what's going on in the neighborhood, but in fact, they never even ask you how you are. I'm certain you've met people like that before. Or perhaps there's a person on your block where you live, you don't want to walk by their house because every time you do, perhaps maybe they walk right out and consume your time again and start talking about random things that have nothing to do with your life. They just know that you are an opportunity. That's what the narcissist sees in you. They see an opportunity. But there comes a point when you say enough is enough, that you realize that your time is too precious, your emotions and energy are too valuable, and that you no longer want to, nor will you tolerate this kind of consuming toxic energy from a narcissist or from another individual for that matter. Because people on this planet, for the most part, remember, what they want is they want to take from others. And I know it sounds a little rough, but it's pretty much true, especially with time. If you really think about it, say you're in the workplace again, and you are around the water cooler, and people are just chattering about other people in the business or the operation. And if you even listen to that for, say, a couple minutes, not only are you now a part of it because you're being sucked and or drawn into it, but there's a good chance that your name's going to be bounced around too. Maybe it's the way you look. Maybe it's your poor performance. Who knows? But the point is, once you enter a toxic situation like that, like let's say water cooler office banter, which by the way, sometimes it's great, but sometimes it's not. The point is that's when you say enough is enough. Like, I'm here to work. I'm not here to be brought into the drama of this office location. I'm not here to be brought into all the nonsense of the backstabbing and things like that. But that's when you realize this doesn't benefit you and maybe you get a new job. Get my point? Same thing in the romantic relationship or the friendship. You can only tolerate so many times being let down by this person that turns out to be the narcissist, that eventually you need to actually understand this person won't change. And the longer you're in the relationship, the more damage it will do and the less of yourself you will have. In other words, you're going to lose your identity to this person. Specifically, if it's a romantic relationship, you certainly will. Because behind closed doors is when you endure most of the abuse, the silent treatments, the rage fits, the gaslighting, the stonewalling, the invalidation. The list goes on and on. But the narcissist, they know what they're doing. So if you're ever questioning that, like, do they know what's going on? Absolutely. And how can I prove that? I'll tell you how. Because behind closed doors, they're one person, which is when you were experiencing the abuse, and then lo and behold, someone knocks on the door. Wow, the narcissist is in a good mood now, right? They're smiling like everything's great, right? Exactly, because they can turn it on and off. They can put the mask on, slip it on whenever they want to, remove it behind closed doors and abuse you. That's when you say to yourself, once you actually get a couple light bulb moments from my channel and many others, you're saying to yourself, wow, this is resonating with me. I don't like this. I don't like the way it is. And this is a toxic relationship. I don't need to be a part of it. And that's when you actually maybe already took action. You've exited the narcissistic relationship in any capacity. Maybe you've blocked them, gone no contact, deleted, removed all flying monkeys and people associated with the narcissist. These are all good things. The point is, your energy should not be consumed by anyone that you don't want to consume it, meaning you spend your time with whom you want, when you want, and how you want. But that is virtually impossible if you're in a narcissistic relationship presently. And if you are, you know what I'm talking about, and my heart goes out to you. What that means is you're being consumed by the narcissist, which means you're working for them. Yes, you are working for them. Whether you want to admit it or not, you are. And your resources are certainly being drained if they haven't already been drained. That's how it works. That's what the narcissist does. That's how they regulate themselves. That's how they abuse people. So when enough is enough, for this video, there are many different versions of that, but for this part of the video, I'm going to let you know, it's when you actually put your foot down and say, I need to take action. This person won't change, whether it's a roommate, whether it's a lover, whether it's a business associate, whether it's a sibling, whether it's a parent, whether it's a person in the church you go to or whatever groups you're a part of, you don't need to be abused one more second longer. And you have the control. My hope is that you have the ability to block them, go no contact, delete, on all the things I mentioned in the channel. But most importantly, slowly get yourself out of this relationship. Because if not now, when? And remember, when the narcissist is trying to bully you and get you to do things, you can say the word no. No is a complete sentence. And when you say no to the narcissist, you're saying yes to yourself. Just like with anything in life, hypothetical example, your neighbor, they want you to, and I've mentioned this before on the channel, but I'll say it again. They want you to give them a ride to the airport, and they're used to that because they're lazy and they're cheap, and they want to take advantage of you, and they know you won't say no. So they're like, hey, can you give me a ride to the airport next Tuesday at 2 or whatever? And you're like, no. Even though you can, but you say no. Why? Because you're putting a boundary up, and also you're letting them know that you're not going to be pushed around any longer. And when you say no to giving them a ride to that airport trip, you're saying yes to yourself, which frees up your time and allows you to do what you want to do. So when enough is enough, we all have a point when enough is enough. It's just a matter of taking action to stopping the toxic narcissistic relationship that we were a part of, or perhaps or even right now we are. So that's the video, guys. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great evening. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand when enough is enough, that's when you take action. That's when you remove yourself from the toxic narcissistic relationship, or from virtually anything that doesn't benefit you, or any relationship that isn't reciprocal, or someone that's consuming your time or your resources. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are loved. God bless you. Have a great evening. You are not alone. I will talk to you in the morning, and I'm giving you a big virtual hug. Have a great evening. You are not alone, and I love you. God bless you. Good night.